Michael shocks Wiley with the truth at Carly's house. Drew and Willow's devastating failure shakes Port Charles. Port Charles is about to be rocked by a long-overdue confession, a child's shattered innocence, and two devastating failures that could cost a mother everything and destroy a man's credibility forever. In the coming episodes, Michael Corinthos finally breaks down and tells young Wiley the truth, a truth that has been hidden from him for years, manipulated and molded by well-meaning adults who thought they were protecting him. But this truth is bigger than anyone ever expected. Meanwhile, Drew and Willow's latest mission, intended to secure safety, closure, and a future for their fractured family, blows up in a way that leaves everyone reeling. Willow's carefully built peace crumbles in a heartbeat, and Drew's image as the White Knight of Port Charles is stained beyond repair. This is the General Hospital story arc that will define the summer. Truth, failure, and the fallout nobody saw coming. It all begins innocently enough at Carly's house. The Corinthos compound, as familiar and warm as it is stormy, becomes the setting for the moment everything changes. Michael is pacing. His eyes are bloodshot from a sleepless night, his phone untouched despite the dozens of messages from Willow and Drew. He's not ready to talk to them yet, not after what happened in Berlin. Instead, he's focused on Wiley. The boy, now perceptive beyond his years, has been asking questions. Questions about Nellie. Questions about Nina. And more recently, why everyone keeps looking at him like they're sorry for something. Carly watches from the kitchen. She knows this moment has been coming for a long time, and while she supports Michael, she also fears what this could do to Wiley. "It's time," Michael finally mutters. He deserves to know. "I can't lie to my son anymore." Meanwhile, across the world, Drew and Willow sit in the back of a dimly lit government building in Berlin. They had come here chasing answers. The lead, a former associate of Brennan's who claimed to have a hard drive filled with surveillance from the WSB's darkest days, surveillance that included footage of Nina meeting with Victor Cassadine and potentially even conspiring in Nellie's downfall. Willow believed this would exonerate Nina in some ways, that maybe she wasn't the monster the town painted her to be. Drew, on the other hand, was looking for redemption. After months of being manipulated by Carly and shut out of Michael's plans, he wanted to prove his worth, both to Willow and to himself. But they were set up. The informant never arrived. The building was raided. The drive destroyed. Worse, their presence in Berlin sparked an international incident that forced the WSB to shut down cooperation with the US for the foreseeable future. They returned to Port Charles defeated, and that defeat comes with a cost. Back at Carly's house, Wiley is curled up on the couch with a drawing pad in his lap. Michael kneels in front of him. "Hey, buddy," Michael begins softly. "I want to talk to you about something. About your mom." Wiley blinks. "Mommy Willow?" "No, not Mommy Willow. Your first mommy. Nellie." Wiley frowns. "The one everyone says was bad?" Michael hesitates. This is the moment. The moment everything changes. "She wasn't just someone who made mistakes," he says gently. "She was also someone who needed help. And she's the reason you're here. You're her son, Wiley." The boy's eyes widen. But I thought Mommy Willow." "Willow is your mommy, in every way that matters," Michael says, trying to steady his voice. "She's raised you, loved you. But Nellie was your biological mother." A long silence. Then Wiley whispers, "Why didn't anyone tell me?" Michael swallows hard. "Because we were scared. We thought it would hurt you. But keeping secrets can hurt more. And you deserve to know where you came from." Wiley bursts into tears. Carly rushes over, wrapping her arms around him. "It's okay, sweetheart. You're not alone. But it's too late. The truth, no matter how carefully delivered, has cracked the world of a little boy who just wanted to believe his family was perfect." Willow returns to Carly's house hours later, suitcase in hand, her face pale. Drew is right behind her, silent and seething. They know they failed. They have no leverage, no evidence, nothing to redeem Nina, nothing to make Wiley feel better about the life he never got to know. She walks into the living room and sees Wiley in Carly's arms, tear-streaked, clutching a drawing of a heart torn in half. What happened? Willow asks. Michael steps forward. I told him. Willow's eyes widen in horror. Michael, I thought we agreed we'd do that together. He kept asking. And you were gone. You should have waited. Willow cries, her voice rising. He's just a little boy. Michael snaps. He's not stupid, Willow. He knew something was wrong. He needed the truth. Drew steps in. That truth came at the worst time. We failed. You blindsided him. Michael turns on Drew. You failed because you thought you could fix everything with some WSB artifact. That's not parenting. That's running. Carly tries to calm them, but it's no use. The family is unraveling fast. News spreads quickly in Port Charles. Brooklyn hears from Leo, who overhears a conversation between Carly and Donna. Olivia tries to put a lid on it, but Tracy sees the opportunity to dig in. It was only a matter of time, she snarks to Ned. Michael always did think he knew better than everyone else. Jocelyn, meanwhile, is furious that Michael didn't talk to her before dropping the bombshell on Wiley. This isn't just about truth, she tells Carly. It's about timing. And trust. He broke both. Nina, confined to Shady Brook after her most recent breakdown, is told about Wiley's revelation by Ava. At first, she smiles, thinking it means she might finally have a chance at redemption. But Ava tells her what really happened. The screaming, the tears, the confusion. Michael told Wiley about Nellie. Ava says coldly. But he didn't tell him the truth about you. Not the good parts. Not the part where you tried to love him. Nina sobs. She may never get that chance now. The next morning, Wiley sits on the porch steps of Carly's house, his knees drawn to his chest. When Michael sits beside him, Wiley doesn't look up. I don't know who I am anymore, the boy says quietly. Michael's heart breaks. You're Wiley. You're my son. You're strong and smart and kind. But I came from Nellie. And you said she was dangerous. What if I turn out like her? That single question shatters Michael more than anything else ever could. You won't, he whispers. Because you're loved. You have people who care about you, who will always be honest with you from now on. Wiley looks up, his eyes still swollen. Even if the truth hurts? Michael nods. Especially then. That night, Willow lies in bed alone. She stares at the ceiling, hearing Wiley's sobs replay in her head. She knows she can't undo what Michael did, but she can take control of what happens next. The next morning, she tells Michael she's moving out, temporarily. We need space, she says. Wiley needs time with me, and I need time to think. I love you, but I don't trust your judgment right now. Michael begs her not to go. Carly even offers to mediate, but Willow has made up her mind. She leaves and takes Wiley with her. Drew is reeling, not just from the failed Berlin trip, but from how quickly Willow distanced herself from both him and Michael. He's been the golden boy of Port Charles for years, the war hero, the surrogate dad, the man who stepped up. But now he's the man who failed. Publicly. Painfully. And that sense of failure eats at him. He starts skipping meetings, drinking alone at the Metro Court, ignoring calls from Aurora board members. When Carly finally confronts him, he's cold and distant. I don't need a lecture, he says. I need a win. And right now, I've got nothing. She looks at him, really looks at him, and for the first time, she sees just how broken he really is. Just as things seem like they can't get worse, Carly receives a letter addressed to Michael. It's postmarked 6 months ago, delayed by international forwarding. It's from Harmony. Inside is a confession, handwritten, tear-stained. Harmony admits that she knew Nellie was Nina's daughter long before the truth came out. She kept it hidden to protect Willow. She even worked with Madeline Reeves in her final days to scrub hospital records. There's also a postscript. Wiley deserves the truth. All of it. But only when love outweighs fear. Michael reads the letter and breaks down. The timing couldn't be more cruel. The weight of keeping secrets has finally crushed them all. In the final scenes of this emotional arc, Michael sits alone at Carly's house, Wiley's drawings scattered across the floor. One depicts a smiling family, Michael, Willow, Carly, and himself. Another shows a dark-haired woman with tears in her eyes. Nellie. And in the corner, a small note written in shaky handwriting. I don't want to be like her. Michael closes his eyes. Outside, Willow and Wiley are at the park. Wiley is laughing, not much, but enough to remind Willow that healing is possible. And across town, Drew signs paperwork withdrawing from Aurora's day-to-day operations. He doesn't say why, but everyone knows. He failed, and now he's retreating. Port Charles will never be the same after this. The consequences will ripple across relationships. Michael may never regain Willow's trust, or Wiley's. Willow begins a new journey, one of independence, growth, and healing. Drew becomes a wild card, his future uncertain as he spirals. Nina is left out in the cold, her daughter dead, her grandson afraid. Carly is stuck in the middle, watching her family tear itself apart. And at the center of it all, a child, caught between lies, truths, and the long road ahead.